about the categories that we put types of bones into. Now, the first one on your lab list is sutural bones, and this is a skull. Sutures are basically little bony zippers that tether the different bones in the skull together. Sutural bones are highly irregular. Some people have them, some people don't. Some people have multiple, some people might have one. On this skull, you can see a tiny one here between the parietal and occipital bones embedded in the lambdoidal suture. So highly irregular, don't worry too much about those. Flat bones you see throughout the body, the scapula, portions of the skull that make up the cranial vault, like the parietal bones, are considered flat bones, because even though they might not be perfectly flat like paper, they are mostly flat bones. Long bones, this is typically what you think about when you're thinking about bones. So the humerus, like we see here, the femur, tibia, fibula, ulna, radius are all considered long bones. They have a diaphysis shaft that's connected to the proximal and distal ends, those being called the epiphyses. So here's the distal epiphyses of the humerus, here's the proximal epiphysis of the humerus, and they're connected. The little neck region where the epiphyseal plate would be is referred to as the metaphysis, which is kind of like a neck. Irregular bones, the vertebrae are considered irregular bones. The os coxa, as you see here, is considered an irregular bone. This is the patella or kneecap. It's considered a sesamoid bone because it exists kind of between other bones. It might articulate, but it's anchored in place by ligaments and tendons. You also see some short bones, particularly those in the wrist and ankle. Now these, even though they look short in the hand, the metacarpals and metatarsals, as well as the phalanges, are considered long bones.